Okay, motivation. Kingston, jealousy.
Coming and going.
Maybe he was involved in something shady and Butler knew about it.
No. I think we should stick with your basic crime of passion here.
Right. There's a lot of passionate people on the board.
Huh?
Passion makes for itchy trigger fingers. Could be Cynthia, again jealousy,
Okay.
but of her husband or of Monica.
Monica. She had the gun. Maybe she shot him.
There was no blood in the pool. No holes in Jason.
Susan. She didn't even know about her affair between her father and Jason.
Now, don't forget our Wagnerian novelist. Motive, nut bar.
I got it.
What?
Western Union.
Mr. Kingston, we now know how Jason Butler died.
We're sure you won't want your involvement in this tragedy to be revealed.
A cash settlement can be arranged. Reply soonest if you want to meet with us to discuss the terms in detail.
Interested in your proposition? Stop me today.
Wouldn't you know it? The loon.
Watch him. He could have a weapon.
You guys want to hear a tape?
No, thanks.
Oh, no, it's not Wagner. It's similar to one of his plots, though. It is. I want you guys to know I did not kill Jason Butler.
That's a relief. Who did?
Play the tape. It's all there. Isn't this dramatic? Damn, I forgot to rewind it.
You didn't tell anybody you were coming here, did you?
I haven't seen any of them in weeks. Which one of them drives the sports car? All of them.
That's where we pulled him out of the water.
Drown that fast.
And that's where we left. In a hurry.
Why didn't you see any of this?
I was indisposed. Hell, I was passed out. But the tape doesn't lie.
Why was the tape recorder running?
It's always running. I tape everything. I am a writer. Also, since my family hasn't always treated me kindly, I take a special interest in taping everything they do, in case they should want to send me away again.
It isn't clear.
Well, it's clear enough that somebody murdered Jason Butler.
Who?
Isn't it enough to convince Vitelli Butler didn't die in a car crash? That would be the basis for an investigation.
It seems to me like a couple hundred bullet holes in Big Larry would constitute some kind of evidence.
Well, the guy they pulled out of the other car crash was a gun for hire, but we don't know who hired him. We're not able to pin this on any of the Kingston clan. And at this point, Vitelli isn't even returning my phone calls. I saved that guy's life 12 years ago.
The mayor?
Well, he wasn't the mayor then. He was the head of the water department. At a rate increase hearing, some nut opened fire. I jumped on him and pinned him to the floor. You only get one rub on a lamp like this, and I've been saving it for a rainy day. This better be for real.
Fair in, you weasel. You went over my head on this one, didn't you? You know how hard I can make your life? PIs can't blink without police help.
Kelly, this is all our idea.
Yeah, it's our show, and if it closes, it's on our head, not his.
Get one thing straight. We're not partners. We're just a couple of guys who wandered through the looking glass. We're here to try and solve a murder. Isn't that your line of work, too? Well, I guess this is where somebody usually says, I suppose you're wondering why I called you all here today. You're right, this is a serious occasion. Jason Butler was murdered by somebody in this room.
Brewster Kingston made a tape recording of the murder itself.
I doubt very much if such a tape would be admissible in court. Brewster's competency would certainly come into question.
I'm only pre-law, Mr. Kingston, but I'd rather a judge made that decision.
It's pretty hot tape, Counselor.
You dive wonderfully.
No one's home. And we have an hour.
Oh, there's never enough time for a man like you. Should we go upstairs?
Why not right here? The water's warm.
Oh, I didn't expect to find... What are you doing?
Swimming.
Naked? In my pool?
Don't get the wrong idea, darling.
Come on, Alex. We're all adults.
Jason, you hurt me. After all we've had together.
What? What do you mean?
I mean our friendship, of course.
God, what's going on?
I can explain everything.
How can I marry you after this? I find you naked in the pool with my stepmother.
I thought you'd gone shopping.
Oh, no. Oh.
He's dead.
What do we do now?
Look, we stay calm. Leave him here for the moment. I'll make some arrangements.
And I'll continue to make the arrangements. You young men are going to spend a long time in court. I intend to protect my family to the limit of my resources. Do you intend to make an arrest here?
Yes, there certainly will be an investigation.
Then I suggest you get out of my house. And don't come back again without a warrant.
Why don't we listen to the rest of the tape?
He was going to marry me. He was going to take me away from here.
I know.
Sounds like a confession to me, Vitelli.
I'll handle the cop stuff around here.
One more thing. Why did you shoot at my men?
I loved him too. When I them bringing his body out of the pool, I thought that they had killed him. Well, I lost control.
Do you generally carry a gun when you go out?
Of course. This is Beverly Hills.
So, what's happening down at the courthouse? After my last commitment hearing, I decided never to set foot in a courtroom again.
The indictments came down yesterday. Susan's murder charge was pled back to manslaughter. With a little luck, she'll get 6 years, serve 3.
Good. I've always liked her. Maybe she'll learn something useful in there.
Cynthia and Monica got hit with an accessory charge. They'll probably do 3.
I hope they put them in the same cell. They'd kill each other.
Your father could do the most time of all. Accessory obstruction. And then attempted murder when he hired that hitman to go after Jack and David.
Well, I know this sounds like a terrible thing to say about your own father, but I hope he spends a lot of time behind bars. After all, he was hoping the same for me. Ah, here are your partners.
They're not my partners. They work for me. At least for another week.
Oh, good. Now that you're all here, I'd like to present you with this check.
Wow, what's that for?
Oh, you might call it house cleaning.
Well, I think there just might be a bonus in this for you boys.
Well, great. Big Larry's got a few holes that need filling.
So?
Looks like you got everything under control. Glad you came out of the pool house. Yeah, this whole experience has been wonderfully therapeutic for me. I've even started a new book, a lurid murder mystery set against the steamy jungles of Beverly Hills, where a crusty private eye and his 2 faithful sidekicks find out just how the other half died.